Well, guess what? We're out and about again. Kim and I are on the streets of downtown Goldsboro. Where are we, Kim?
We're at JoJo's Tea and Cafe Shop.
Oh, boy.
It's actually tea and coffee shop.
It is a tea and coffee shop. What is it again?
JoJo's Tea and Coffee Shop, right here on Mulberry Street.
All right, and we're about to go in and try this new restaurant out, and I hear great things about it.
Oh, I'm telling you, they have fantastic, all kinds of English food and coffee and tea. Can't wait to find out more details about it.
And right now, the time is August or September, something like that. Anyway, their hours, what are their store hours here?
Let's turn around and see. 7:30 to 3, Monday through Friday.
Right.
And they're getting ready now to start opening on Saturdays.
They're going to open on Saturdays. What times?
9 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I believe it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Is it? All
I believe it is.
Maybe
yes.
so.
It is 2 o'clock.
9 to 2
on Saturdays.
Saturday.
All right, we're at JoJo's. Come on down and join us.
And now we're inside with our Out and About segment. We are at JoJo's Tea and Coffee Shop right here on Mulberry Street. Ladies, I love your shop.
Thank you.
Well, tell me more about it. Tell me what inspires you to open this up. Give me a little background, JoJo.
Well, I've been coming here on vacation for about 22 years. Because my auntie married an American serviceman 30-something years ago. I know I should remember. 32 years ago. So I've been coming over here, every year, twice a year on vacation. And then my grandma moved over here when she lost her husband. And then Mum moved over here when she, let's say, lost her husband, and perhaps gave away. And then my brother came over here, and he's now married, and he's got children. And I decided last year to take a break from my job, and I took a 7-month sabbatical from the company I was working with, and decided to come over here and see if I could join the rest of the family, if it was different to be here, kind of a more full-time than just on vacation. So I came over in June of last year and stayed until beginning of December, didn't I? By which time I pretty much decided that, I was ready. Yeah, it was so nice to be around the family again all the time.
And of course you miss Mummy.
Of course she did.
And her auntie.
Yes, of course. And I've been doing quite a stressful job for, well, I suppose I've been in sales, corporate sales for about 17, 18 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's great. It gives you a great lifestyle. It enables you to afford wonderful material things.
Right, yeah.
But I think I personally reached a point where actually those material things didn't really mean anything.
No.
And so when I took the 7-month sabbatical, I was prepared to actually quit my job, but they said, no, we don't want you to perhaps just take 7 months out, come back feeling refreshed and start again. But obviously that backfired for them slightly, and they were a little upset when I went back and said,
I'm done.
Yeah, I won't be back. So it all happened very quickly, actually. I managed to sell my house and most of my large possessions and get back in the country within 3 weeks.
And I didn't know. She snuck up on me on Christmas Eve morning.
No, she didn't know.
I didn't know.
Wow. Wow. Well, wow.
It was nice. It was
Absolutely
a
a nice surprise.
Yeah.
My goodness. Well, you tell us who we hear Mom and Aunt, but tell us who your
sorry.
family is.
Yes,
here.
so this is Mum. Mum thankfully does all the cooking because I don't. I can burn a boiled egg, so
You
yeah.
have a shop and you don't cook.
But I can do eggs.
You're all right with
That's
toast.
about it. Toast I can do sometimes. Yeah.
Go figure.
But it's easier if somebody else does it for me.
I understand.
obviously.
But
She
she's my
likes to be
taster.
spoiled.
Yeah, she's my taster. She likes to taste.
I am chief taster, yes.
Okay, that's a great job
Yeah.
to have.
Oh yeah.
It is. My tightness of my pants is telling me otherwise at the moment. But
I just love to cook. Done it all my life. I just like to do it. I had 3 hungry, growing-up children, and that's just it. I just love to cook. It's not like a job for me.
Well,
You know.
how wonderful to have your own shop, to
Yeah.
have your own
Yeah.
little cafe.
Well,
See, when we came over here, we'd never waitressed before, never been in a restaurant type situation before.
Right.
Now, our mother, Joe's grandmother, was a silver service waitress. She served Princess Margaret.
Princess Margaret and the Queen.
And
Prince
the Queen,
Philip.
she served royalty. So it's in our
wow,
blood.
absolutely.
So when we came over, we decided that we'd try this waitressing.
So you're going to do it yourself.
Yeah, and we loved it. And of course, with our British accent, the locals
love
loved
it.
our accent. So that sold
We
us.
did.
And then we always had a dream of opening our own place, but didn't have the funds. And then when Joanne decided to make this her home, and she said, well, what sort of business? Restaurant, straight away, you've got to open a
I
restaurant.
know, but I said, well, you know, I need to do something for a living,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I'm,
I do need a job.
you know, yeah, I want to do something, but I really didn't want to work for anybody else anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of be my own boss, and
And you're a
I've
wonderful boss.
I've never run a business before. I've never renovated a building before. I can't cook.
No.
I knew how to use a kettle and make instant tea and instant coffee, but other than that, no idea.
So let's go into business.
Yeah. So
She said, Mummy,
Yes.
if I have a little coffee shop, how do you feel about coming and doing the cooking?
well, I said, how do you think about making some cakes and stuff?
Yeah, that's how it
Because
And
that's how it
that was
started.
like was started going to be.
Started off with
Just some cakes.
Yeah. Tea and cake.
and
But
scones.
then
and
Mum
that kind
had
of thing.
better ideas. Every now and then, every other day, she'd be like, oh, I thought of something else we can cook in the restaurant. I'm like, okay, well, we can do Cornish pasties. I said, all right, we can do Cornish pasties. We can, great, yeah.
Yes. It's a team
We
effort
can do
here.
Cornish
Yeah.
pasties,
I
yeah.
do, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And then the next day, and we can do sausage rolls. The next day, well, how about quiche? So I'm like, Mum, we were just going to do like cakes.
Yeah.
She said, well, these are easy to do.
Yeah.
You know, we can do the, and as you see from the menu now, I mean,
It's just growing and
It's
growing.
just growing.
It's
If you're going to cook, you know.
Yeah.
and it's actually turned out to be more of a restaurant than a tea and coffee shop,
Absolutely.
which was, it's evolved. That's not how the plan started at all.
No,
It's just going to be
no.
a little place where people come and hang out and drink tea and coffee and
But we love
we
it,
chat.
don't we?
But
Love it.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
not
hard
like
work,
a job.
but
This isn't like a job.
Yeah.
This is just a family. It's like home. You know,
Right. You're home away
anybody's
from
welcome. Come on in and enjoy. You know, and
You
it's
you
a
know,
nice.
as we see customers come and go, and I've been in quite a bit, and as I see people come and go from here, they always leave with a smile on their face.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
You know, they really have had a great
That's what Emily
experience.
said. She's a local girl, and she said everybody that comes up to the register, she said they're so happy and so happy that we're here. And it's nice because we get a lot of feedback from the customers. Oh, you know, this is what Goldsboro needed. So glad you're downtown. You know,
we've
it's
had
made
an
people come
amazing
back.
response.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's been
but
phenomenal.
the day we
really.
opened, I said, well, we'll see if anybody comes or anybody doesn't, because I didn't do any
We
advertising.
have been busy.
Not a thing, not radio, TV, newspapers, nothing at all. We set up a Facebook page about 2 weeks before we
Yeah.
opened.
And that did it.
And I think-
God.
and
Well,
that-
social
and-
media is definitely the way to go.
And
Social
word of
media.
mouth, you know.
Yes, of course.
And of course, a lot of I am bragging a little bit, I suppose. There's very little food comes back on them plates because a lot of my cooking, it's home cooked, it's comfort food.
Yeah.
Right.
You
It is
know.
comfort food.
And people
And-
have said the portions are perfect.
Yeah.
They really
It's
are.
just enough, you know, all the plates come back empty, and they've enjoyed what they've had because it's different, completely different taste to what people are used to around here.
And everything is made from scratch.
And the
It is.
prices
That's
are
the key
reasonable.
right there.
The
Yeah.
prices
Yeah.
are reasonable.
So-
We're not in competition with anybody else.
No.
You know, just
And that
come
was
try
what I
us.
wanted, really. I mean, from day one, a lot of people have said, you could really get away with charging more for your food. And it's like, well, you know, the idea is not really to rip people off and
No.
get rich out of this. Though,
No.
you know, I'd like to be able to live comfortably.
Right.
But I want it to be a place where people can just think, do you know what, I would love to go and have some shepherd's pie for lunch without thinking, well,
Well,
you know,
can't
I went
afford
on
that,
Monday and
yeah,
it's kind of
it's special.
pricey, so I'll leave it until, you know,
Right.
I can go with my friend on a lunch date or what have
Yeah.
you. And we have regulars that come in here like every other day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And
These
we've had
pilots
people-
that came in today, they're in every
Every
day of
day.
the week, and they have to
Every
try.
day.
Yes.
And they don't say what they want. They say, "What do you want us to have?"
They're just
You know,
working
your
through the menus,
choice.
So
every
they've
week.
And
tried, obviously,
they've
all
worked
your
through the
basics,
menu,
and so
yeah.
now they're ready for you to
And
start
they drink
cooking.
hot tea. I mean, they love their hot tea.
And it is really sweet seeing these
Yeah.
big Air Force
Pilots with these
pilots
little
with these little
Yeah.
cups
Yeah.
and saucers.
They
It's
enjoy
quite-
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
but they love
enjoyed
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that
And they
is
all have a
amazing.
dessert, a different dessert,
And
and
they'll
then they'll
share.
realise there's something else.
But none of them had, so then they'll have a
So
full
they'll have
dessert between three
one
of
set of
them.
that so they
Yeah.
can share and taste. They've got some good appetites now.
But
which
we
is
have
great, love it.
we have a really good base, a solid base of regular customers already.
And you've
but-
only been
so
open.
6 weeks today.
Oh my
Oh, that's
goodness.
right. 6 weeks.
6 weeks today.
Anniversary today.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
But we also get a stream of new people coming in every
yes.
day,
Oh, every
which
day.
is, you know, which
And
is
an
great.
awful lot of English people.
We do get a lot of English
A
people.
lot
The
of
word is
English
getting
people.
around.
I
Yes.
didn't realise there was that many English. I knew there was a lot of English.
I didn't know there was that many English
But-
people here. It's amazing. It's amazing. They all sort of
Yeah.
Well, that just
It's
triggers.
English.
I tell my friends about this all the time, and I have an English friend, and I have not told her yet.
Oh my goodness.
I don't see her on a regular basis. I need to call her and tell her.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
be
Yeah,
delighted.
down for a cup of
Some
tea.
people that come in say, oh, we heard everybody that works here's got an English accent. That's why we've
And that's-
come.
And a lot of people get a kick out of it because we're family.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
most
not
of the
a joke.
customers, you know, that may say to Joanne, who's your cook, Mum?
Yeah.
Mum does the cooking, you
Or
know.
people will come in and say, what's today's special? Say, I have no idea, I don't know if Mum's made her mind up yet. So I'll shout back into the kitchen, Mum, what's the special today? She's like, I don't know, give me 5 minutes, I'll see what I'm going So it's,
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
we
that
never
is
know.
precious.
People ask
I mean,
the day before, so I don't know.
We have customers taking photographs of their food and put it on Facebook.
Oh, I've done that. I've done
Girl
that.
did
I
it
love
today,
it.
she had the toad in the hole,
Yeah.
which is an English thing.
Yeah, tell me what that is. We were talking about that earlier.
Even if we
It's
tell
a-
you what it is,
it's a sav-
it's still
like a
won't-
savoury puff pastry
Okay.
with breakfast sausage in it.
In the
Okay.
middle, and you cook it, and it's called a toad in the hole.
That's-
Individual little things, it's an English name for it.
Right,
Where
right.
that name originates from, I don't know, but that's what it is,
I don't
basically.
know what the...
Well, it goes in it's a Yorkshire pudding that the sausage sits in. Because like I said, even when I tell you what it is, it'll be like,
It's
well,
like
It's
a
hard to
savoury,
describe.
yeah, a savoury puff
it's a
pastry, that's
savoury
right.
sort
Yeah.
of,
Like a savoury puff biscuit then, like you have with your dinner,
Yeah.
you know, with your
Right.
supper or something like that.
you have to try it.
Well, tell me some of the other things that you have, because I've had most all of your quiches, which are wonderful. They're my favorites. I get a
Yes.
different one every time I come.
So should we take them off the menu for the winter or leave them
No,
on?
no, 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 no. Don't ever take them off. Never, ever. You can change up what you put in them, but don't get rid of them, because that's my favorite.
No, well, I chose 3 recipes, 3 different types of quiches, and they seem to go well, and they're
Oh,
popular,
yes.
so they all would be on the menu. Shepherd's pie is always on the menu.
Yeah.
And the quiches, the Cornish pasties, the sausage rolls,
Always,
curry, chicken
yeah.
I was
curry,
going to say, I've heard several people mention the curry chicken, which I've not tried yet.
curry chicken, they're always on the menu.
Okay, so they're your staples.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the
then the
strawberry cake and the raspberry chocolate cake, apple
Trifle.
crumble and custard, trifle,
They're
and
always,
homemade
the
custard, of
scones.
course.
Oh,
You're making me hungry.
And the
Wow.
scones.
And then on scones, yes, English scones and crumpets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's all lunchtime. So what happens at
No,
breakfast?
all day.
Oh, you can
You
have
can
all
have,
day.
you can have
Breakfast
anything
or
off the
lunch.
menu any time of the day. There's
Wonderful.
no breakfast and lunch and
Okay.
We
Well,
had an
then-
English couple come in yesterday. They had 2 full English breakfasts, then they had apple crumble and custard afterwards. So they had breakfast and
Wow.
lunch at the same time.
yeah.
Our full English breakfast is going good. So are our omelettes and
Omelettes are
poached
very
eggs,
popular, yeah.
poached eggs on toast.
Yeah, the croissant was wonderful. I had that not
Yeah,
too long ago. That
Yeah,
was
but
perfect.
if somebody wants a full English breakfast at 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
We'll do it.
Yeah,
doesn't
we'll-
matter.
That is good
Yeah.
to know. There's not many places that do that.
No.
I mean, people have said
I
to me,
know.
is it too late for breakfast? And I
Yeah.
kind of looked at them and said, what do you mean? And she said, well, it's 11:30. And I'm like, no, you can have, I mean, if it's on the menu, you can have it. It doesn't matter.
I
when
don't know
it
what
is.
folks around here are like, but we'll eat breakfast for supper.
And
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people do.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of restaurants for some
Yeah,
reason don't offer
we
that.
love that. Love it for supper, so that's good for us.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
we love
And
it
then
here.
we'll be open Saturdays, so we
Yes,
come
so-
So
Saturday.
tell us your future plans.
Okay,
What
so
you're willing to share.
I share everything. So we didn't open at weekends initially because obviously we were trying to, we didn't know who was going to come. We didn't know if it was just going to be downtown people that work, you know, here during the week. But we've had so many requests to be open at the weekend. And that is from people who work downtown and said, I'd love to bring in my husband or my children to come. But then what I really like about having open downtown is that we get a lot of people in that say, I haven't been downtown for years, and I heard about your place and I thought I'd come down.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that's really
Yeah.
what I wanted to be part of the whole downtown
Yeah, what
experience.
made you decide to come downtown? Or why the
Because it's
choice?
like home.
Yeah.
We
It's
come from
it's
With pavements.
pavements
And,
and old, interesting buildings,
Yeah.
and you know, I'm
Very
not a
English.
strip mall kind of
No.
girl.
We
And
come from a
I
little
like what
country
they're trying to
town.
do downtown. Is you know, keep the heritage and keep the history.
yeah.
And I think that downtown Goldsboro will become quite a cultural and entertainment and dining sort of quarter of Goldsboro. And
Yeah.
I think that'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
What's
it's
your
gonna
future
be-
things you want to plan though, Joe?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, before we opened, I was just happy if this worked and paid for itself.
Yes.
And the people that own the building, Jeff and Cindy, they said to me, we're going to keep next door free for you because they guarantee once you're open, you're going to need it.
Cindy said that before we even opened.
Wow.
And
she believed in
it's-
you all.
yeah.
yeah, and they've even kind of declined offers for people to rent the building. So it's like, oh, I don't think it's available at the moment. So
that's another. She's looking
so
into that,
looking at
expanding
the
store.
possibility of just putting a business plan together for it, and it looks quite viable to pretty much knock a hole in that wall right there.
Yep.
And expand out, and then if we do that, we'll be able to kind of get more of a coffee shop environment. We'll have room to put some couches,
Right.
and, you know, like a bar with some stools in, but we don't have the room to do that
Right.
here.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd still like to look at expanding the delivery service,
Yeah.
but I wanted to make sure that we had this experience right for everybody first.
Of course.
That people that come in and sit down get the best experience before we start adding on
Yeah.
any other ancillary,
Right, of course.
you know, bits and pieces. So, you know, I mean, I think the shorter term plans are hopefully to move next door as well, open up a little bit, which will give us more space for what we do already. And then with a bit of luck, along with that, I'll look at perhaps expanding and getting a beer and wine license and stay open in the evening as well.
Yeah.
So,
That sounds exciting.
yeah, we'll see where it goes. I mean, I'm in no rush. I
It'll
mean,
be
it's-
day and evening. You know, people can experience it all the time.
one of the challenges is we have a very good core of people that work here.
Yeah.
We are like,
team.
you know, well, most of us are family, but the one or two that aren't
Right.
I like family.
are have
just
become
like family,
family.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's and we all, you know, we're all at work from 7 in the morning, and so when it gets to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, well, some of us are, yeah. You know, I can't expect those people to work any
Right.
longer hours than they do. So I've then got to get a
Another
second
shift.
set,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I won't open until I've got the right people, because to me that's
That's so
just as
important,
important
yes.
as anything else.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I'm just going to move my bed down here is what I'm going
That's
to
what I
do.
was
Yeah,
going to ask.
gonna get some cots.
You're one cook here. You're just going to move in? Is
No,
there
I've got-
upstairs?
She's trained a good girl back there. That's
Yes.
I've got a
very
good
good.
girl back there, Christy. She's
Yes.
picked it up just like she can make pastry equally as good, if not better than I can now.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
That means
she's-
you're a good teacher.
Yeah.
She's very good, very good.
There's still no vacation time, you know that, right? I'm just making sure you know that.
Well, we're just thrilled that you're downtown. We're thrilled that your business seems to be just thriving. And I think just a fraction of the people in town have heard about you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm
We need
hoping
to get out.
for you all that they're going to continue to have more and more new people come in every day.
Good.
But
Me
we're
too.
excited to have you.
We
And the
hope so.
food is fabulous. If you haven't been to JoJo's, you need to come on down. Tell us where you're
Please do.
located.
120 East Mulberry Street.
There you go.
All right.
Come on down, have some tea, enjoy one of these fabulous desserts that is sitting in front of us now, and just enjoy the experience. So we're out and about
Cheers.
right here at JoJo's.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Oh boy, we just finished a fantastic meal at JoJo's downtown Goldsboro. Where is that? That's at 120 Mulberry
That's right.
Street.
That's exactly right, Wayne.
Right across from City Hall.
That's right. And I'm telling you, the food was fabulous. We've just eaten it. I had the vegetable quiche and a side salad.
Well, I had the chicken lasagna, and oh my goodness, it was so good.
It was, the sauce is like a white Alfredo sauce.
It's a white Alfredo sauce.
We
It
are
was good.
pleasantly full. We also had some tea and coffee.
Yes.
This place is fabulous. If you have not been, you need to come see for yourself.
All right, again, open 7:30 a.m. until 3 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday, and they're getting ready soon to open on Saturdays from 9 till 2 on Saturdays, but that's not quite happening yet, but it will soon.
That's right. Lots more exciting news to come from them in the next little bit. So stay tuned, but they want to see you downtown. Come for a British or English experience.